How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Cross My Art Studio. I'm Nikki, and today we're starting a brand new project. Can you guess what it is? The Welcome Snowman! If you followed along with my Welcome Tulip sign, this is actually the back side of that same piece. This design is a custom order, a winter-themed look for the other side. So let's go ahead and head on over to that table and start bringing this Frosty the Snowman to life. And like always, let's get this paint party started now. Already done with part of this. I have cut out letters, I drew them, and I cut them out. The reason why I did this off camera is because I had a lot going on and did not have time to set up all my camera and equipment and everything. So I've done that. And this is what I cut my letters out on. I drew them on my sketch paper. Let me show you an example. I still got my snowman. I've got my snowman here. And I took it on here and I cut it out. And that is what this looks like. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard, but I do have a clip of up close and me talking. I'm still fighting this darn cold. So that is what I'm doing on here. So I've got the EM Snowman, C-L-E-W. And what I did was I stuck them to it. And how I did that was I put paint, white paint down, stuck them down, and then I painted over top of these letters. And that's what I'm going to also do with these snowflakes that I have. So I'm going to pick out some snowflakes and kind of put them on here as, you know, just kind of random. I don't know which snowflakes I'm using. I'm just kind of grabbing and going. I don't want too many. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't want excessive amount. Maybe I do that. And I can put this one up here more. I don't know. Does that look like too many? It's hard for you to see. I know it's because it's white. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on here. If I put another one, I'd probably put it right here. And it might not even out. You know, I could put something there also. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one side. And see how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. That's a lot. That is a lot. We do not want it to take away from your welcome. So I am going to go ahead and take off a few of them. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to leave one here. I think I'll take this one off. I think I'm going to go ahead and remove, this one's got a lot of space, so I'm gonna, it's really hard to decipher. I think I'm gonna take this one off too. And I can move this one up a little bit, like that. That way it's kind of in between. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this one off. Oops. I just dropped it. And I'm going to take, well, let's see here. Maybe I can leave that one. I'll take this one off. That gives 1, 2, 1, 2. So now it deciphers on, do I want to take that one off? I think so. I think we would just go with 5. I think that would be plenty. Maybe I can make a little itty bitty ones in here. That might work. I don't have little itty bitty of these. So I'm going to have to, might have to make them with that with this. And if I'm going to do that, I need to do that now. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to go ahead and paint and get these stuck on here like I've showed you. And like I've done with these. And then I'm going to paint over everything, which means this will have a second coat. This will have a first coat. So get it right side up here. These are all kind of, I don't think it really matters with snowflakes. They're all different kinds of ways. But I'm OCD, so I just kind of, do that. And you'll see all these marks. These marks were for me to put my letters in. I have done that. I did that way before I even started my Welcome Tulip sign. So this background was already here, already done. And so this white is going to be the underneath of the M's, the letters, the M, the snowman C, all those letters and all these snowflakes. So let me get to that. And I'm not doing any fast forwarding on this because it's going to be such a short video. And the reason I say that is because there's not very many steps on this welcome sign. The tulip sign, wow. That one took me forever. And it was because I had to leave my background white. That was the hardest thing. Anybody that wants a white background on a welcome sign, be prepared for it to not get to you for a while. It will get done. I promise you. It will get done. Just not very fast. Because you got to be careful on the white. And as you can see with the last parts of the Welcome Tulip sign, what it all entitles. And what can happen. Sorry, I had to take my tape off my paintbrush because I tape it to keep it all the bristles all flat. So that's what I do. I am not using any water on this. This is my white paint. This is my white paint because my white paint is in a big jug. So I just kind of pour it into a smaller one. So I'm going to do this. And I'm going to paint this on the bottom. Doesn't matter how you paint it, because once we get the background completely set, these will be coming off, of course. And I'm going to go ahead and paint over that. That way that's done, and it can be dried for me to put my second coat on along with these letters. Excuse me. I think these are more allergies than a cold. I don't know. Okay, I'm making sure these are down and paint over it. And when I pull this up, then I can put more coats of white on it to hide whatever is underneath that I did not get covered. Like this. And I'm going to try to give you more of a close-up. It's kind of difficult to do. Okay, here is what I was talking about. It's kind of hard to see, but I am going to let you see it kind of up close. I'm going to move my camera so you can see it a little bit where it's up close. I'm sorry for all the jiggling, but this is the Welcome Snowman. And if you can see the W and the snowflake and the E and the snowflake and the L, the C, the snowflake, the little snowman right there, and the M, the snowflake, and the E, and I forgot that little snowflake right here. I want to make sure it's white underneath it before I put any of that on. I'm not too worried about these because they're sticking down pretty good, so I'm not going to do those. I just want to make sure I got white in here on these. So the background stays white, really white. And then of course, I'm going to have to paint around the edges on here. These I'm not going to have to worry about. I'm just going to have to peel them off. But these bigger snowflakes, yeah, those are going to be fun. Okay, I'm getting ready to put another coat on these little ones again, but I found out that it's going to be a pain in the rear to tape and cut the tape out and then cover it with the red. So I have made myself some bigger ones to put here, and I laminated them. Thank goodness my son bought the wrong thing for me and bought laminated, because now I can use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these off. Yeah, they're really stuck. Oh my. Sure don't rip any of them. Okay. And I'm going to end up painting. Oh, that's kind of cool. But I'm going to probably sand that because that's kind of rough. And then paint and stick these on it and put paint on top of these. So let's get that done. All right. Now I'm going to sand these little areas, and I'm using 600 grit for this, so I don't take the entire paint all the way off. I just want to sand it down enough where it's smooth. I might have to go up a little bit on my grit. Yeah, I think I will. That is a little, it takes a little bit to go on that. So let's try the 220. All right, this is, I would have went 400, but we'll do it this way. Okay, that seems smooth. There that is. Now I'm going to wipe that off. Okay, got my towel wet. I'm going to wipe all this off from the sawdust. The sawdust. Well, it is pretty much the dust from the sanding in these little areas. I should just, that needs to stay down. Put more paint on that. That's another reason why I was going to put more paint on there. Because of that situation. Right there. Darn it. Remember which stars I was putting where. Okay. That should air dry, so it should be okay for now. Now we're going to go ahead and take the paintbrush and put paint underneath like this. Go ahead and paint that. Hopefully it will not look like this after, I'm hoping. If so, well, I guess we got some weird kind of a snowflake, don't we? This is where I end up learning. Let's just hope not. I'm thinking maybe I should do a couple coats over that, but that's okay. I think. I don't know. It might look cool. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. It probably will turn out red, so it'll, yeah. Get that off there. I don't know where that came from. Little bubble in my paint. Yep. I have to repaint that. There's a spot there I need to repaint anyway. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to fry that up. There we go. Paint over that. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have put it upside down because now I'm not going to be able to see it. Hopefully I'll be able to see it. Let's get this other side real quick. don't know why this one won't lay down. I'm going to go ahead and paint these little ones while I'm right here. This one will not lay down, and I do not know why. I may have to glue it. And I don't want to, because then it's going to be hard getting up. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm going to mess up all this stuff and I have to touch it all up anyway. So like I said, I don't know why this one's not laying down. So I'll just see what happens. I'm not going to go over the letters again because I think they're good. Yeah, they're really stuck. So I'm just going to leave them like they are. But I am going to go over these big ones again. And then I'm going to let it dry. Like I said, I'm working on 2 projects right now. This one and a plaque. Trying to get it done about the same time I get this done. So while I let this dry, I'm going to be working on that. Okay, I think we got it so far. I'm going to have to wash my hands before I go to my next project. But other than that, I think we're on the way. Next one that's going to happen is the next step is I'm going to be painting the red on top of this. So that is what I'm going to do. I just wish that would stay down. It still pops up. Okay, well, I'm going to end up probably using glue. Sorry, I'm not over there. I'm trying to pick up put my blow dryer back. But if that doesn't stay down, then I am going to put glue on it. And there might be, but I think it'll be okay now. It's staying down for now, for the most part. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to let that dry.
And that's a wrap for today. This was episode 1, part 1 of the Welcome Snowman project. I'm so glad you joined me, and I hope you enjoyed watching this piece come together. I'm Nikki, signing off from Cross My Art Studio. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next part of episode 1. Bye-bye.